This video is going to be very short and sweet. I've recently spoke quite openly about my frustrations in my life, my lack of patience with certain things, and how I feel justified in how I feel. But so I've just recently just used my tarot cards to ask spirit a few questions. I'm like, why haven't I been successful yet? Like, what's holding it back? Why am I being held back? And I got answers, and they were very very on point, And I understood it. I go, okay. Doesn't make it fair, but it's just what needs to be happening at the moment. So I recognise things are happening how they're supposed to. They asked about like finances improving, all sorts of things. Then I asked specifically about someone who I previously recently spoke about, saying that I'm not no longer waiting for a specific romantic connection to form. What have I done there? Oh. But I asked spirit, and I said, has that person missed the opportunity now? Have they missed the opportunity for us to be together? And what they do with me, they don't just give me yes or no. They give me like a storyboard. Sometimes they will give me yes or no. Sometimes it's a storyboard. And it was quite evident just looking at it that they're on their healing journey. They're healing. They're still healing, processing things. And so, okay. So then I just thought, do we still have a soul contract? That's what I said. Do we still have a romantic soul contract together? Because anyone knows the spiritual journey, we've all got soul contracts effectively. Until you fulfill that soul contract, you can't move on to the next one, if you like. So there's like everything's in stages. There's all these experiences we're going to have in this lifetime. One of those is could be a love soul contract, a union that comes together. So I just thought, what is that something that's happening? Do we still have a soul contract together for a love union? And I spoke a lot about the cards I've had with them recently in the past, and I've shared a lot of the videos. And you've seen me pull the cards. Got the Empress, and I was like, "Oh, you know like that." If anyone knows my journey, they'll know that as frustrated as I get, if I could be with anybody on the planet, that is the person I would love to be with. But I get tired of waiting. It doesn't make me feel too good. I start feeling like a second option. But Spirit always puts things into perspective to me to show me this was part of the plan. So it's understanding that they have their healing journey. You've got to respect the journey for them too. But yeah, the Empress. So you spoke. Oh, do you still have an active soul contract together, or a romantic union? We literally got the Empress, which is incredibly beautiful. Then I looked at the back of the deck, and I was like, oh, well, that just that's just okay. So there's no point me dwelling on it anymore, but just let it play out how it's supposed to. Then I just got to leave them the space to grow, and just hope we don't get to freaking 80. Because the thing is, I do recognise that sometimes when I talk about soul contracts, my interpretation is you need to fulfill that one before the next one comes. So if that's the next thing, my career breakthrough won't come until that comes, if you like. I don't know what order Spirit's got it in. I haven't asked. Trying to think how I'd word that. I might ask: Is the current active soul contract? Is the current active soul contract that needs to be fulfilled the romantic union? Is the romantic union the current soul contract? Mm. Got the Four of Swords. I wouldn't say that is. No, and then we've got a disappointment at the back. That's not the current soul contract. That'll come after then. Is the next spiritual book I release the current active soul contract? Weird. Got the same card out the whole deck, but it was in reverse. Bloody hell! At the back of the deck's the same card. I literally been shuffling them. I can't bother to keep showing people, but literally shuffling them, got the same two cards. That's outrageous. What's the soul contract? I thought that book was the next one. Is the current soul contract expanding my spiritual psychic development? Is the current soul contract me doing that? Holy shit. Star. That's powerful. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. I'm getting goosebumps. Oh, crap. All right. That's really helpful to me. People won't realize how helpful that is to me because that means that that's my current soul contract, which means that's where my focus should be. It does play into the spiritual book because it's very psychic development. It's sharing the journey, but that's not the contract. The contract, the current active soul contract that I'm to fulfill is my psychic and spiritual development. Because I've been feeling that. I know upgrades are pending, and I know, like me having the moments I'm having is part of it could be part of an ascension. So that means that means to progress and fulfill this soul contract, I'm going to have to pass the test, which means I've got to focus on it. That's interesting. Let's do this. I'm actually really excited about that because it allows me to focus. Let me ask this one. Can we have multiple soul contracts open at the same time? Can we have multiple soul contracts open at the same time? Hmm. Oh, well, I didn't think you could, but I've got these two. I see this one more as like reminiscing the past. And then this one, we've got the grounding energy, really, the Queen of Pentacles. Successful, independent. We've also got this really nice card, the Six of Cups. You've got all these little flowers in all the cups and things. All the cups are blooming. There's fond memories and things. It's like, can you have multiple active soul contracts? You can. Yeah. Is one of my active soul contracts me sharing my healing journey? Is me sharing my healing journey one of my active soul contracts? Well, we have got the Seven of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. Any more sevens, we'd have 777. I think it's leading. I think it's important. It's an important stage because we've got the Seven of Pentacles, and of course you've got options. I think that's what it is. I mean, yeah, it's opening. It's leading me to the next phases of the other contract. But it seems to me that the main one is going to be me this connection to spirit source. Where I'm doing the cards now anyway, but I could be meditating a lot more. I could be tapping in a lot more with them. There's a lot more development needed. That's interesting then. So my current active soul contract is my psychic development. Haha. Ace of Cups. Holy crap. Ace of Cups and then 4 of Wands on the back as I'm talking about my psychic development. And this card flew. We got, aha, the shadow side. I'm not sure what that one is. I think that's the moon in tarot. 15. It's like your fears, but your illusions, things you don't see. Yeah. Stand your ground. Okay. Ah, public recognition in the spotlight, victory. Yeah, okay. So that what that does now, that allows me to focus my time and energy now in the right direction. This was going to be a short video, but yeah, the most part is that I just want the person who I have romantic feeling toward. Um, I understand I've got the healing journey, and it seems to me that I've got my own path to fulfill at the moment as well. So I'm going to focus on this now. Now that I know, of course, I still work on my projects, but this gives me somewhere to prioritize because soul contracts are incredibly important. You can, from my understanding, seek to cancel a soul contract if, for instance, it's just too hard to overcome. But that means if we've got soul contracts, for instance, these need to be fulfilled. So if you don't do it in this lifetime, you're going to have to do it in another lifetime. I get a lot of signs that this is my last lifetime, unless I choose to have another one. Like I'm literally at the end of the cycle of lifetimes. I've evolved that much. So they just want me to tap in deeper into my psychic development gifts. And it's really important because then once that's ticked, I'll go on to the next phase. But I'm guessing that, well, I'm assuming that that's going to be an important part of my future. Yeah, okay. Does spirit need me to start meditating? We've got the karma. We've got Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Swords, karma, and the clarity for Ace of Swords. Hmm. I can't remember. Yep. Oh, Two of Cups. Effectively, it's going to be, yeah, but make sure you're doing your protection and things because I will be vulnerable. But yeah, that's all part of the thing anyway. You know, it's all part of the spiritual journey and the psychic development as well. You have to take it serious, both sides. This has gone a different direction I planned. It was literally just supposed to be about the romance connection, just telling them, I understand the journey. Now I've got something to distract my mind for the next few months. Hmm. Because that relationship, for instance, could still come in while I'm in the middle of trying to figure this one out. Because they've just said that you can have multiple soul contracts active at a given moment. Um, that soul contract isn't the current one because they're still healing. So that's interesting.